Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to look at two 14-liter backpacks from Nomatic. The backpack, which expands to 17 liters, and the travel pack, which expands to 21 liters. We'll take a look at how they compare and contrast, and ultimately which one I chose to replace my current work backpack with. Unlike other reviews, none of my reviews are sponsored, and these were both purchased through Amazon during their most recent Black Friday sale. To start, the backpack that I've been using for the past couple of years for business travel was this 25-liter version from Fenruien. I purchased this on Amazon for around $50. I would have never thought I would be considering a $200 plus for a backpack, but here we are. So dimensionally, you can see here it is very similar to the 14-liter backpacks, which is why I'm considering these. They also allow me to attach it to my carry-on vertically with these straps here, unlike the 20 liters, which you attach horizontally. I'll include all of the specs and any relevant details in the description. So my trips are typically 3 to 5 days and consist of both domestic and international travel. I use my backpack for all tech work related items I need, and will only use it for a light jacket and maybe some souvenirs and snacks. I use my carry-on for everything else, so the ability for me to pack clothes, shoes, etc. in my backpack was not a criteria. Taking a quick look at my current bag, and the reasons why I'm looking for a new bag is because one of the zippers did break and fail on me. But just real quick through here, this is my current backpack. Has a front pocket here that I use to keep some gum, mints, etc. here. There's another pouch here. Keeps earbuds, sanitizers, lotion, chapstick. And this was one of the zippers that broke. There was 2 of them. Now I'm left with 1. And in this compartment, there's a couple pockets here for things. I keep some medicine, some other items. Here's a document pouch. On this side, there's actually a quite nice water bottle compartment. I did have to get a new longer version just to kind of allow it to fit in here. The TSA lock I never used, so this was not a beneficial feature. On this other side, we have this compartment where I keep a spare battery and all of my power accessories. The outside attachment here for power, I was never able to really get that to work, so that was kind of useless in my mind. And then the back portion here opens all the way around, and this is basically the tech and the packing section. So on the front side here, you have a zippered compartment that you can store your clothes in. And then here is the tech compartment. I have an iPad, I have my work computer, laptop. This is a 15-inch Dell, so pull that out for now. I'll show you how this looks like in the Nomatic, and the iPad as well. And then this is usually where I keep my mouse, a little travel fan, and some other accessories. And then the one other feature this has that the Nomatics do not is a zippered pouch in the back. So I actually found this to be quite useful. This is where I normally keep my keys, wallets, etc. And if you've probably noticed, the zippers actually on this unit operates quite smoothly. The Nomatics are a bit stiff. Hopefully that'll improve as it gets used. Okay, so now turning back to the Nomatics, and throughout the video, the left side will be the backpack, the right side here will be the travel pack. There are a lot of similarities between the two bags, so I won't spend too much time But starting from the back, shoulder straps are the same. Back panels are the same. You can see you have the strap for your carry-on handle. Those are all the same. The quick access compartment here on both, they're the same. The side handles, the magnetic water bottle compartments are all the same. Now, when you start looking at this for the differences, so the backpack is on the left, travel pack is on the right. You'll see here, this is the expansion section. And then on this one, this is the zipper area that will expand. You can see here that the main compartment goes all the way basically to the handle, whereas on the travel pack, it does not. This section back here is for the laptop section, which I'll show you in a second. But the grab handles are the same there. But let's take a quick look at the front panel, and then we'll get into everything else here. So one of the reasons I liked the Nomatic is because I'm very organized in where I put everything. So I like the two compartments here. You have another pouch down here, some open space, and then you'll see there's two mesh pockets here as well, along with a zippered compartment, as well as this RFID pouch here. So that's the same on both the backpack and the travel pack. Now, where the differences start to show is when you open these two up. So the main part that you'll see is when you open these two up, that front panel I just showed you, they're the exact same. It has an upper and a bottom mesh pockets here, all designed the same, including the pass-through cord there and there. They both come with the eyeglass case holders there. And then where you start to see the differences is that you have the additional mesh pockets on the backpack here. So two small ones, one larger one, has the same pouch on the side with the keyring retractable holder. So those are the same. But the main difference here is on the backpack, the laptop compartment is on the inside. All right, whereas on this one, it's on the back. So there's a complete separate section for that. And what you'll see here is because of this takes up a lot of space on the inside. But kind of most disappointingly, from my perspective, is that see how it bows out? It actually consumes a lot more space. Not quite sure if this was intentional or not. But when we look at the laptops, so this is my 15-inch Dell, which actually measures just slightly under 15-inch. And then when you include the iPad, it retains some more of its shape, but still it's quite bulky, and there's actually no document pocket here. So I probably would try to squeeze in some documents elsewhere. The travel pack here actually does a much better job in terms of holding, in my opinion, the laptop and the iPad. And this opens up all the way, but I'll show you. So that slides in very nicely there. And then the iPad, it does not have a separate iPad compartment. I'll probably end up putting it here in the document section, and then I could still fit some documents back there. But you could see here that the laptop is actually suspended, so it does and should not hit the ground. On the backpack, it also sits up higher, but the amount of space between the bottom of the laptop compartment and the bottom of the bag is less pronounced than on the travel pack. So then let's move on and show you the expansion features. Let me pull out. So now let's take a quick look at how the both of these bags expand. So we'll start with the backpack here on the left. So when it expands, it's through this zipper here, and this wraps all the way around to the other side. And how it expands is really just the bottom portion here, right? The top portion still remains together, and it's only this kind of bottom third that expands. So when you look at the inside, so with this closed, that's about how much space there is. And then when you expand it, that's the difference right there. So it's that darker patch of fabric that you see. And so that will give you that additional 3 liters of space. So with it closed, you basically lose all of the material that you see in dark there. And then when you expand it, that's what you get. So then now moving to the travel pack, the expansion is a little bit more complicated. Has this zipper right here, and this unzips all the way around. So this is very similar to like the suitcases that everyone probably has that expands. So it wraps all the way around 360 degrees. And then when you open it, you have this other set of zippers that then, right here, that you open. This just stops right here at the top right, and then this opens up like a suitcase. And so here you have a pouch with some elastic straps for probably some shoes, some other clothes, and then you have a zippered mesh compartment to separate your clothes from the main compartment. I won't spend too much time on that, but what I do want to show you is this. So obviously part of the design features is that this does expand, and you can see it goes from a closed version that looks like this, which looks pretty sleek. And then when you expand it, it has this section here, which is probably a good, here, I would say a couple inches of expansion. So that's probably where you're getting the extra 7 liters of expansion. But let's take a look at the inside. So with it closed, this is basically how it looks on the inside. So because the laptop is in the separate compartment, you're already starting off with a pretty decent sized compartment here. But then when this expands, you can see that This interior space doesn't expand like the backpack, but all of the space is pretty much behind the mesh. So what this does is it preserves the space in here. So if you're still packing things, whether you're using it for clothes or for other tech items, it doesn't intrude into this compartment space. So you can still keep everything here. And then the benefit is you have this additional space behind and in this compartment that you can use for your other items. Now, for me, the benefit with this is when I go to certain travel function or certain business functions, I'll include a portfolio zippered kind of manila briefcase like this. And you can see this will not fit in here with the sunglass case. If I don't use that sunglass case, it'll probably fit. But what I could do is I could use this and include it in this expanded section. So currently right now, I pack this into my carry-on, but I can see here, this is a main advantage of this bag is I can carry this in my backpack. Now, one of the things that Nomatic says is that they're using YKK zippers. But unlike all of the YKK zippers that I have on, my ski jackets, my backpacks, travel suitcases, etc., typically I see a YKK stamped on the zippers. I don't see any signs of that on these backpacks, and if these are actual YKK zippers. So if someone knows how to confirm this, please let me know in the comments. But that said, I guess time will tell. I'm a little bit more sensitive to the zippers at the moment because that's what failed on me with my other backpack. But, time will tell. But with Nomatic's lifetime warranty, that does provide some assurance for any sort of defects in the future. So the one thing that's nice is, because of this zipper, you could have access to the compartment without disturbing the main compartment. And I think I saw on a different review is to keep these zippers in the center, and that'll aid in the closing of the expanded section. I think quickly now, just to wrap this up. So what I've decided between these two bags for some of the comments that I've mentioned during this video is that I've decided to keep the travel pack. I think this will suit me the best due to its versatility and features over the backpack here. The main deterrence of the backpack, as I mentioned, is that the expansion. While I love the design of this as it is expanded compared to the travel pack, it's just not sufficient enough for what I need it to do. And then, of course, the limitations around the laptop sleeve. For me, it feels a little constraining. It doesn't give me a lot of flexibility as I would have liked. So that's really what the reasons are. I really do prefer the look of the backpack expanded, as I mentioned, over the travel pack by actually quite a large margin. But since I see myself using the travel pack in the expanded form in only select situations, I'm okay with how this looks. If I was choosing a backpack that had more use of the expanded function, quite honestly, I probably would have looked at other brands and models besides Nomatic. So anyway, that wraps it up for now. So hopefully you guys have found this to be useful in some ways if you're shopping for the 14-liter Nomatic backpack versus the travel pack. that's it for now. So thanks for watching and take care.